Secretary Greco, Lieutenant Colonel Petrillo, Mr. Meckman, board members and trustees, faculty, students, friends and family, and my fellow graduates. Yes, we have done it. Yes, we have completed our coursework, completing complex examinations in literature, mastering complicated mathematical and scientific concepts, reasoning through syllogisms, outlining debates, writing in defense of our ideas, practicing speech in English as well as foreign language, and analyzing historical events of thousands of years and their relationships to one another, all so that we may step forward and begin our journey in the great conversation of Western literature, Western civilization. Yes, we are here now. While all these classes for us were not mandatory, and while we tried to back out of as many of them at first, our reluctance was nothing a trip to the office and a meal with Colonel Petrillo over jelly beans could not fix. In the end, we'd been asked to give the class a try, and we'd always say yes. The 4-year Montfort experience, as any one of her 150 graduates can tell you, was in no way an easy one, and that is because of the type of experience it is. The Montfort experience is a yes experience in every way. While any one of us could have found an easier path through Montfort, not one of us did, because that would require us to say no to opportunities. Opportunities that extend far beyond mere academic pursuit. Montfort asked us over and over again for our yes, our fiat, as it were, and we are sitting here today because we gave it. While we were dedicated to our schoolwork, each one of us had not one, but several commitments outside of school. While none of us ever imagined that we would be responsible for such things, we were there because others could imagine it for us. As part of joining every club or sports team, the coach or advisor would always assign an extra responsibility, other than just being a member. And while it seemed like just more work, the Montfort student always said yes, and grew as a result of it. As many of you may or may not know, a lot of work goes into preparing the building in the days before the events, such as gatherings in the gym, open houses, or accepted students' nights. Montfort has always needed volunteers, and the Montfort student has always been there to help. Spending every hour after school cleaning and tidying up, I can remember the strong smell of Lysol that would greet you upon entering every room, and the phrase being yelled out through the halls by everyone, "Grace, stop working, let me get someone else to do it," followed by a quick and swift rebuttal for why it makes the most logical sense for her to complete the task at hand. But whenever Montfort needed help, or there was volunteering to be done, the Montfort student always said yes. Most importantly, when we needed each other, the Montfort friend always said yes. "Can you stay after school today and help me with blank?" The answer was always yes. And to the question that was asked hundreds of times after school, over text and last minute, "What was the homework?" there was always a Montfort friend to help you. To my 6 brothers graduating with me, after this, we just have to head down to the gym quickly and set up some chairs for the after event. Just kidding. But I've heard my dad say this about you many times, and I couldn't agree more. You 6 were always go-to guys you can ask anything of, and they'd always be there to help you. And yes, Leo Generoso, that includes you too. In the end, that is what Montfort's yes experience has made us into. Reliable, go-to people, always willing to lend a helping hand. So yes, we are here today and we can celebrate all that we have accomplished. The 27 of us are becoming Montfort Academy graduates, one class of 2017. Whether we have spent 4 years, 3 years, 2, or even 1, we graduate as one class together. For those who transferred into Montfort, unsure of what to expect and what you would experience, I hope you were welcomed all the time and enjoyed your time in this class as much as I have enjoyed having you in the class. And I hope you are proud today to be called a Montfort graduate. So let us enjoy this time with our friends and family, but we cannot celebrate this day without thanking those who have helped us to get here. To our teachers, thank you for giving us more work that allowed us to realize what we are really capable of and taking advantage of this yes mentality that gave us so many opportunities to grow. Secretary Greco and Mrs. Greco, thank you for conceiving of a place like this and having the audacity to go to Cardinal Egan and ask for permission to start it, and for dedicating your lives to making it a reality. Secretary Greco, thank you for being the image of a Catholic man we can all look up to and emulate, even if not all of us will one day, when we're fathers, wear our suit and tie until midnight to greet their daughter and her prom date at the door when the poor guy drops her off. To the administration, thank you for keeping the school running through all your hard and long hours of hard work. I may be a little biased here, but Colonel Petrillo and Ms. Petrillo, thank you for making Montfort your lives and sacrificing so much for it. I know these sacrifices were for all four of us, Jack, Emily, Francesca, and me, but I also know that at any given time, we have about 150 brothers and sisters you think of as your own. On behalf of the four of us, I'm here to tell you, we never minded sharing. On top of all the sacrifices for your family, you have sacrificed so much for the school and so much for me. Not many of us can say they are lucky enough to go to school every day with their parents, but I can, and I am. I not only drove to school every day with my dad, but my best friend. I'm going to miss all the long lectures. And to all of our families and friends, like my brothers and sisters who set the bar for me and then helped me reach it, for all the support you have given each one of us, today is as much a celebration for you as it is for the 27 of us. As we celebrate today and reflect on all that we have done, we must surely look to where we are going. Ahead of us lies a world the 27 of us have never seen. What we are going to come by will be new and strange, but no doubt exciting. Fortunately enough for us, the Montfort has left us with little to no excuse for not being able to handle what is to come. Fellow graduates, friends, we have been given a foundation unlike any other. It is time to go out and stand strong upon it. No matter what field you are going into, the things we have learned here will be the most useful in the years to come. If there is one thing that I've come to realize at Montfort, it is that there is a plan for each one of us set there by God. Perhaps, for example, in Carla's future, it is becoming a collector for a loan shark, being sure she gets the money from everyone on time and reminding us every second, every day. Or, in Stefan's case, it is philosophizing and asking questions and making statements that have been said many times before, but to him are truly his own thoughts. No matter where we are going with our lives, there are going to be things that need to be done, people who need help, and a call to be answered. No doubt it will be hard, but anticipating those moments reminds me of something involving two of my favorite things: a movie about baseball. In A League of Their Own, the main character, a baseball player played by Gina Davis, tries to convince herself on the day of the championship game that she does not need the game anymore because her husband has just returned from fighting in World War II. When probed by the manager, Tom Hanks, she says, "It just got too hard." The manager responds by saying, "It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everybody would do it. The hard is what makes it great." Although he is speaking about baseball, it applies to so many things, and especially to our lives ahead. In those times when it just gets too hard, let us remember the greatest yes, the greatest fiat in human history, Mary's fiat. When God laid the inexplicable and awesome mystery of the Incarnation at her feet, she uttered the words we say at Montfort every day at 11:05. "I am the handmaid of the Lord, be it done to me according to thy will." Mary's humble and heroic yes was our salvation and the salvation of all humanity. Fellow graduates, let us rely on who we are and who we were formed to be in these years, the few who ask God for strength to follow the example of our Blessed Mother and say the word we Montfort students know so well: yes. Thank you, and God bless you.